David, a lot of runners over the next 3 days. Starting with Benalla Cup Day on Friday, we've got Pacific Heights in the Cup, race 7 over 2,000. What are your thoughts on him?
Yeah, look, I really like him from the barrier. We had him dual entered, and I think with the tempo of the Benalla Cup, it'll suit him.
And David, any other runners on Benalla Cup Day to keep an eye out for?
I think Mosley's form is fantastic. I'd say he's a nice each-way chance. Got a good one to beat, and Dawn of Hope is a filly I'm hoping is heading towards the Spring Carnival. She'll be quite short, but she's a good filly to watch.
Moonee Valley on Friday night, 2 runners in race 1 over 1,200, starting with Keena Ray.
Yes, Keena Ray got into a bit of a speed duel and it was set up and he was beaten by a good horse. Hopefully that won't happen tonight. The same horse is in the race, but we might sit off him.
Windforce is the other runner in the first.
Very good first up and a good second up run. I think he's got a really bright future. Bit of a tricky gate.
Bradman is first emergency in race 2 over 1,500.
Hope he gets a run because he runs well up in class and probably one of the most consistent non-winning horses in the stable at the moment.
Impressive last start winner, He's Our Rocky, runs in the 5th over a mile. Sovereign Nation also runs in race 5.
Sovereign Nation from the barrier would probably sit up in the box seat. Very promising horse of Jerry Harvey's. I like him a lot. On trial for the Guineas. So he should run very well here. Our Rocky, I think, is a wonderful young horse. If they're swooping on the night, he's a great chance. Brilliant first up, and he might be a horse to follow out of this meeting.
Race 6, the JRA Cup. We have last start winner Velox, drawn barrier 1 with G Boss aboard.
Yes, ran the best sectionals the other day at Pakenham, and the form's already come out through Firehouse Rock. I don't like the barrier, but I love the horse. Might need a G Boss Classic from barrier 1.
2 runners in race 7, the Moya over 1,000, Sterling City, drawn barrier 4.
Yeah, he was average first up, but I think he's trained on, and he was a bit ring rusty, hadn't run for a long time. Tempo of this will suit him.
And Miss Promiscuity has drawn barrier 2.
Yeah, look, she's very fit, hard, wasn't suited by the wet track last start. I think well over the odds at 40 to 1.
Race 8 over 1,200, the track specialist Tortine has drawn barrier 10.
Yeah, she's coming back from a disappointing run, but loves this track and should be hard to beat.
Also Galaxy Pegasus runs in the 8th.
Yeah, he just didn't get out last start. I like him from the wider barrier. Could improve dramatically.
So best on Friday night?
Probably a tough one. I would say maybe Keena Ray and Miss Promiscuity each way at the big odds.
Saturday at Caulfield, Miss Idyllic runs in race 1 over 1,200.
Yeah, flying this filly. Doesn't read that way, but she got beaten by a very good filly and was in the wrong part of the track. I think she can win again.
Race 2, He's a Ripper, barrier 10, D-Lane.
Good horse, going places for sure. Strong chance.
Ring the Bell runs in race 3 over 1,800.
Yeah, well drawn. I thought it was a good first up run. Definite each way hope.
Last start winner KJ's Joy runs in race 4 over 1,400.
Yes, going well. Stepping up in class. She's had 3 runs for the stable. Been in the money every time. She's got to get a rating up to get in these good mares races, and we'll be searching for black type probably after this.
Tashby also in the 4th, he's drawn barrier 11.
Yeah, he's back from Dubai. Brilliant first up. A very hard race last time and went very close, and I can see him hitting form here and setting up for a really good spring.
Race 5 over a mile, the Spitfire, barrier 2.
Yeah, well up in class, huge odds. I like him at the mile, got a good barrier. He'll be there for a long time. And
Systonic has drawn wide, barrier 13 in race 7.
Yeah, she was poorly placed last time. We jumped her up in class and she found it too much. She's improved a lot. She's right back in class. If you can forgive her, her track work's been brilliant.
Closing out the day at Caulfield in race 8 over 1,200 is Haybar.
Yeah, look, we decided to go to 1,200. I think she's well in the race. She'll dictate and probably give a very good kick.
Across the border to Morphettville, race 2 over 1,300, Tamblin has drawn barrier 10.
Yeah, I think he'll appreciate less pressure and back in maiden class in Adelaide should be well placed.
2 runners in race 4 over a mile and a half, starting with Packing Empire.
Yeah, really good run last start and probably ready to win, I'd say. Very fit, going well.
And Shoalhaven in that race.
Yes, he's a consistent horse. We're just giving him a try over the mile and a half. I'm going to ride him a bit colder and hopefully he can finish it right off. I think the races over distance lack depth that's in Melbourne.
And Shaff runs in race 7 over 12.50.
Going really well, confident he can win.
Race 9 at Randwick, Al Moonquith runs over the mile and a half, barrier 13.
Yeah, got the visitors draw, but we're going to ride him patiently and he'll be finishing really strong. Reminds me a lot of a horse, Torquay, that we took there for Sheikh Hamdan a few years ago and won.
Sunday at Flemington, race 1 over 1,000, the filly by Street Boss Triss makes her debut.
Yeah, she's had a look down the straight and she trialled well down there. She's improved since. I think she could run very well at her first run and keep improving into the Flemington Carnival in November.
Race 2 over 1,400, Flying Light has come up 13 to 1 in early markets.
Last time he ran at Flemington in the stakes race, he ran very well. He fell in Benalla, has improved. Each way chance.
And our other runner, Fatnar, has come up to $3.50 favourite in the second.
Yeah, I like the way this horse is progressing and I'm looking forward to seeing him at 7 furlongs. Got beaten by a smart one at Pakenham last start and has trained on.
Churchill Dancer takes on the Hot Pot Chautauqua in the third over 1,200. He's 9 to 1.
Hard to think he can beat at the weights Chautauqua, but our horse is brilliant up the straight. Tough, runs fast time. You never know, but you'd be surprised.
2 runners in race 4 over 1,800. Extra Choice, drawn barrier 16, 8 to 1.
Yeah, I'm pleased with this barrier for him. It's forced our hand to ride him cold. I think he races better that way. I thought we might have rode him too close the other day. So he could improve dramatically at this distance, this horse.
And Alkashef is 12 to 1 in the fourth.
Yeah, he'll be ridden closer. He's been a long way back in his last couple of runs having no luck. He'll make his own luck at 1,800. I like the way he sticks his head out. I think he might stay, this horse.
Heir Apparent runs in race 5 over a mile. She's 26 to 1.
Yeah, last start winner. Didn't rate that well in the win, but we've put blinkers on and a track work since the win has sparked up and a coach looking better. So it could be a bit of a surprise in the race.
And the other runner in the fifth is Sacred Eye, $4 second favourite.
Yeah, this filly's our Oaks filly, we hope. Barrier 1 can be a blessing or a curse. But she ran brilliant sectionals late last week, 2 weeks ago, and I wouldn't swap her for anything in this race.
Bold Sniper runs in race 6, Melbourne Cup qualifier over 2,500. He's drawn barrier 18, $6.
Yeah, look, I'm thrilled with him, disappointed with the barrier, but he's really trending the right way. It'd be a great thrill for the stable if we could win for Her Majesty. Look, we'll roll forward on him and hopefully he'll relax sitting right on the pace. I think he'll love Flemington and love a mile and a half. 2
runners in the G1 Turnbull over 2,000, the first of which is Rising Romance, barrier 17, 8 to 1.
Look, she got a disappointing barrier, but the inside barrier got a beat the other day. She just still trying to get out. I love to work late, trained on very well. If she gets a reasonable run from that horror barrier, she could run well.
And the Old Boy Extra Zero, 40 to 1 pop in the Turnbull?
I just really like him at the weights. I think he's probably in better form now than he was when he nearly won the Australian Cup last year, and that was a weight for age. I think he's a great outsider.
Girl Guide, 12 to 1 in race 8 over 1,400, barrier 13.
Look, her form appears average with a couple of 8s by name, but I think with the tempo of a 1,400, she should be able to sit right on the pace and dictate. Could be a big improver. Closing
out a massive weekend in race 9 over 1,400 is Guest of Honour. He's 50 to 1.
Yeah, he's a better chance than that. I think the hood will improve him, and he had no luck first up. I could see him running quite a good race, but I really like him when he gets to the Flemington Carnival over a mile or 1,800.
So what do you feel your best chances over those 3 days are then, David?
Probably I like He's a Ripper at Caulfield on Saturday, and maybe Tashby each way, and probably on Sunday Rising Romance, a horse to follow, of course, heading into the Caulfield Cup off a last run, and I really like Fatnar as probably the best on Sunday.